In this video, we're going to review integers. So first of all, what is an integer? Integer is the set of whole numbers and their opposites. So I've got the set of whole numbers and their opposites. So whole numbers, we all know, includes 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Without 0, those are called natural numbers. So when we include 0 in the set, it's called whole numbers. And their opposite and by the way, those 3 dots means the numbers goes on and on and on. So that's an example of integers that includes all the whole numbers, including 0, and all the negative numbers. And what's the difference between positive and negative integers? I want you to write down positive integers are greater than 0. Positive integers are greater than 0. And negative integers are less than 0. So if I give you an example, a 3, a 5, a 151, those are all positive. But if it's less than 0, it's negative 151 and so on and so forth, right? And 0, remember, 0 is just 0. It's neither positive nor negative. So comparing integers, how can we compare two integers by using a number line? You learned this in middle school. You can graph two numbers on the number line, and the number furthest to the left will be the smallest, and the one furthest to the right will be the largest. So let's write this down. You can graph two numbers. On the number line, and the number furthest to the left will be the smallest. The number furthest to the right will be the largest. So what do we mean by that? Let's get a line first. So here I have a number line. And if 0 is right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And then here is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So I have to label each of the tick mark. And that's number 5. So if I go, let me get a different color. If I go this way is positive. And the further right I go, the larger the number it becomes. And now if I go, the opposite goes this way, the further left I go, the smaller the number becomes. So an example would be -5 is here, and then +2 is here. And this +2 is larger, and we use actually this inequality sign. positive 2 is larger than negative 5. So here are some practices of comparing two numbers, and I'm going to write it out for you. I want you to compare negative 15 and negative 12. And you have to explain to me in the sentence which one is bigger for what reason and which one is smaller for what reason. So use what you just learned just now. And then pause the video. When you come back, I want us to look at this, the information below. And this part is all about inequalities and what do these symbols mean. So if you look at this one, if I get a different color, you look at this crocodile mouth is wide open to the left, right? That looks like a crocodile. And in other words, if I give you something looking like this, and we put the crocodile eyes there, this means it's greater than, whatever is on the left is greater than whatever is on the right. So left is greater than right, because look at the opening of the mouth. Obviously, this side is greater. And for the same reason, and let's look at the next one. And now I have the crocodile mouth open to the right, and this means it is less than, because the left is less than the right. Since we read in English from left to right, we have to write the math equations or math expressions from left to right, and the left side is smaller than the right side. And on this part, I have, going back to the gold color, so if I have the gold color on this part, I have this greater than, and I have this equal sign. Sometimes you see me writing this as greater and equal. So this is greater. Oops, I'm sorry, I can't spell. So it's greater, greater than or equal to. Okay? And then on this side, it's the same thing. And now I have left side is less than the right side or equal to. So this is less than or equal to. So here are some examples. If I write negative 7, if I compare negative 7, negative 12, on the number line, negative 12 is to the left. Therefore, negative 7 is greater than negative 12. 2 and 4, obviously 2 is less than 4. That's it. And this expression means 0 is greater or equal than negative 1. And actually, it's an incorrect statement. 0 is always greater than negative 1, right? And you can say something like x plus 1 is greater or equal to negative 1, or x minus 1 is less than or equal to 11. That's it. That's inequality expressions. They're inequality signs. So very often we're given translation problems. I call them translation problem. And math, in my opinion, is really easy. It's really the English that messes us up. So if you know which English words match which equation or which operation, it makes it makes math a lot easier. So here are some examples. If I say Samantha just won $80, and that winning is obviously adding, so it's plus 80. The temperature went up, 1. Those are obviously adding 10 degrees. Hayden broke even. Broke even means didn't gain, didn't lose, right? And Sal gained. That's a plus, 5 pounds. Opposite, Jerry lost $20. The temperature went down, obviously, -8 degrees. Jessica didn't find anything, so found nothing. That's 0, found a 0. Amelia lost 3 pounds. Again, lost is -3. So those are some keywords that you want to highlight, whether underline or highlight or circle, that helps you do these operations. So let's look at the next section. Write a problem for each sentence. The football team gained, so that's obviously a 12 addition, 12 yards, and then lost, that's a subtraction. So what do? You put a positive 12 and then you subtract 5. Or you can do 12, positive 12 plus -5. That works for me too. Jimmy got paid, so Jimmy made $75, then spent 40. So he got $75, then he lost $40 because he spent it. Gianna lost 22 pounds. Then she gained 12 pounds back. So lost 22, always put the negative number in the parentheses to protect it. Then gained 12 pounds back. Now, here are some real world examples. So I want you to create your own real world examples by following these directions. Adding a negative and a negative, and adding a negative and a negative. So in other words, if I have a negative, then I add another negative, right? I should have -8. If you want a calculator, you can borrow one from the classroom. But I want you to translate that and give me an example. So I'll give you an example here. I would say Jessica gave away $5, 5 kittens. Gave away 5 kittens. So she gave 5 kittens away. Then she gave away 5 more. So she gave away 5 kittens first, and then she gave away 3 more. I'm sorry, it's not 5, it's 3. So let me fix this example here. 3 more. So that's gave away 5 minus 5. Gave away 3, that's -8. So another example, I can say that Jessica gave away $5, and then she gave away another $3. That's 2 negatives. Okay. So I want you to finish this whole page on your own, and then submit the paper back to me. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, guys.